Well, we're out here, Biltwell 100, guys and girls. I'm here with my friend Miles. Miles, how you doing?
Good.
First time out here, Miles, or you been out here before?
I've been out here before.
So you're a return racer, huh?
Mhm.
So Miles has been out here for a few of these desert races. His dad, Josh, is out running the booth for Biltwell. I also work for Biltwell, and this is our 5th year doing the Biltwell 100 race out here in Ridgecrest area, in Mojave Desert, in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. We're going to go over some of the bikes, all the cool bikes that are out here. We got 800 racers signed up to race this weekend. So a lot of the guys are on modern bikes, 450 this, 450 that, but there's a ton of dudes out here on old Triumphs, old Harleys, electric bikes, and a bunch of other cool stuff. All right, bikes of the Biltwell 100. We're out here with Nathaniel Von Beitler. Is that correct? Did I pronounce it right?
You got it right.
Nate's a special guy. This is a special bike. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this bike, Nate?
It's a 1979 Triumph. Shifts on the left. It's a 750 motor, and it was $2,000.
$2,000.
Yeah. I got it from some guy, and his name is Lou. And he goes, well, there was a rat that crawled up the tailpipe, and I can't kick it over anymore. I've got a hernia. Just come get it. Cheers, you can have it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still debating whether or not I should drop the rack.
Nate, leave the rack. Nice rack.
Davis says keep the rack there for snacks and, whatever else, water jugs and toolboxes.
Keep that rack there so you can tow all those hooligan guys out of the desert with this Triumph. Nate, the bike's perfect.
I know. Yeah, it is perfect. It is.
Nate, you're perfect.
I don't know about that.
What year is this bike again?
79.
79. So a somewhat newer Triumph. It's oil and frame, right? It's a 750.
Yeah.
So it's got disc brakes, which some of those guys don't love, but that means you're going to be able to stop on a dime.
The back brake doesn't work, but the front ones does. You don't need the back brake anymore.
Yeah, it just slows you down. So Nate's raced out here a few times. He comes out, I don't know, does the IRS know you live in this van?
I'm retired from this.
Okay, he's retired. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, Nate come out here in his cool van. He's out here in his cool bike, with his cool bike, and he's hanging out with the friends. He comes out every year. He helps us put on the race. He busts his butt. He gets there early. He stays late. And then he's also out here running his bike around the track, which is kind of the spirit of this thing. Come out here with your friends, ride motorcycles, have fun. Doesn't matter the motorcycle, the make, the model, the year. Just come out and run it. And Nate's doing it.
Yeah.
Got another cool old bike out here at the 100. XT500, right? XT, TT. My friend, where are you from?
I'm from southern Alberta, a place called Tabor.
Tabor, is that Canada?
Southern Alberta, yeah, straight north of Montana.
Straight north of Montana. You came all the way out here to race this old bike?
1,500 miles.
What's wrong with you?
I love craziness.
That's pretty cool. You got the finest motorcycle ever manufactured for desert racing, in my opinion.
That's exactly right. That's why I own 3 of them. The Dakar Rally just got me hooked years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah, how many Dakar rallies these thing win out the gate? Like 2 or 3 of the first 4 or 5, right?
They did. Yes, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, these are strong running motorcycles.
Well,
yours
reliable. Very reliable.
Yeah, yours is heavily modified. Why don't you tell us about some of these modifications, my friend?
It's a flat track racing motor that's bored out to a 540, float heads, and then a racing carb from Vintage Spoke. And
very cool.
And then I put I squeezed in a larger rear 18-inch on there to accommodate a little more traction in the front end. The rest of it's all pretty much stock.
Okay, well that pipe's not stock.
It's I stole it off one of my Harleys.
Okay, that's a cool pipe. It's a little bit bigger?
It's a little bit bigger, and then I had to swedge it down because it's just too much flow coming out, and the guys behind me, of course, they're going to be behind me. They're not going to like the flow.
Yeah, they're going to definitely be behind you on this bad boy 540 TT XT 500 thing that you've built. It's a cool bike. Yeah. You come all the way down from Canada to race this thing. My friend, you look young, but how old are you?
I'm 66.
66, a spry 66-year-old. Yeah. Very cool, man. Very cool. What class are you racing?
The twin shock.
Twin shock. All right.
70 to 90.
All right. Is that you got novice, expert?
Novice, of course. First race.
Okay. Yeah. I think you'll be up on the box, man. What's your name?
Chop.
Chop.
Chop. Yep.
Chop.
Chop.
Chop. It's my friend Chop. We're over here at the Biltwell 100. He's on his XT 500. He's gonna win. Look for this guy on the box.
Thank you, sir.
We're out here at the back 40, Biltwell 100. They don't let you park out here unless you got a Sprinter. So they gave us a 5-minute pass, so we got to make this quick. This is Mike Davis's Knucklehead Sportster little thing. I think, I don't want to be misquoted, so I won't say where it came from. But Mike's known to have some cool bikes for a long, long time now. This one might be one of his coolers. Again, Knucklehead motor, shoehorned into a Sportster frame. So that means it's got a little bit of suspension. It's got some great patina. Of course, you can see old Bates seat, that single shot pipe out one side. On this side, he's got this, I believe, speedy shifter over here. Shoot, that speedy shifter costs more than most dudes' trucks. Cool bike. Mike plans on flogging it out here with all these other guys and all their cool bikes. Mike's been responsible for getting a lot of these older bikes out here to race, getting these guys off the couch, getting these bikes out of the sheds, and getting them out here in the desert to do a lap or two. This year, I think there's an endurance class, so it's how many laps you can do. And these machines aren't hard or aren't easy to ride any place really, and they're especially not easy out here in the desert. And these guys are out here doing it. They're thrashing bikes that cost a lot. They got a lot of work into them, so it's a pretty cool thing to see. Mike, maybe we'll catch up and you can tell us a little bit about this bike, but it's cool. You don't need Mike here to know that. All right, again, man, what makes this race cool? So many different motorcycles, so many different guys, so many different girls out here racing them. We just happened upon this guy. He's on a Harley Davidson Pan America, very cool bike, very heavy bike, very hard to ride in the dirt bike. Tell me who you are and why you decided to ride this motorcycle out here, sir.
All right. Matt Jacobs. I've had this Pan America since it came out in 2021. I've ridden it down in Baja quite a bit and off-road, and I just, you know what, this looked like a cool event full of cool people, and I don't know, I just want to get out there and mix it up. Cool,
so you put some dirt miles on this thing already. I know this is a capable off-road machine. I rode one to the top of Alaska, actually. You ridden it, though, in Baja. Baja's an unpredictable place to ride motorcycles off-road. Where did you ride in Baja?
All over. Rode down to Cabo from the Bay Area, and then on the way back did about 500 miles off-road. Some San Francisquito, a lot of sandy arroyos, a lot of...
Sandy Arroyos, that was my band name in high school.
Was it now? Nice. Good name. A lot of baby head rocks, cactus if you crashed. A lot of consequence there. I don't know. It was awesome.
There's nothing like Baja, is there?
No, there's nothing like Baja.
Yeah, the Biltwell 100 doesn't even compare to Baja, but it's a little bit easier to scratch your off-road itch. If you're into riding motorcycles, highly inappropriate ones off-road, we'd like to help you do that out here at the Biltwell 100. And my buddy Matt, it's Matt? Matt's out here doing it. Where'd you come out from? What city?
Berkeley, California.
Berkeley, I've heard of that. All right. Did you have sleeves on when you got here, Matt?
I did have sleeves on when I got here.
Okay, and they just flew off as soon as you pulled into the pits.
Burned off my body.
I like your style, Matt. Who you out here riding with and camping with? By yourself or what?
That's Sean.
Shout out, Sean.
So,
why is your shirt so white, Sean? Get that thing dirty.
He'll be sweaty soon, I'm sure. So,
hey,
see the side.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, I made these myself.
Okay.
Little dirt glide, little electric glide, dirt glide, the evolution of the glide. Yeah.
We appreciate you sharing some of what you brought to the race with us, and we wish you all the luck to Sunday, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. All right. Don't fuck it up.
I'll try not to fuck it up.
All right. Thanks, man.
Guys. Appreciate you.
You know what makes this this event, the Biltwell 100, special, is that there's just the variety of bikes that are out here. If you went to a District 37 race, I think the only bike they let through the gate is a KTM EXC 300. You know what I mean? That's every bike at something like that is the same bike. Here at this event, they got those 300s too, but they also got a lot of cool old vintage bikes. We're here with my friend Chris Mad Dog Moeller, S&M Bicycles fame. We caught him eating. What are you eating, Chris?
We got some celery, and we also have some olive.
Is that olive or is that caviar?
No, it's caviar. Yeah.
It's caviar.
Only the finest over here.
Top of the bottom shelf. He's got a couple cool bikes, both Huskies, both two-stroke. Chris, tell us about what bikes you got out here today.
Well, this is a 69 Husky 360 Sportsman. I put some of the parts from my 250 mag that I rode the last 4 years here on it, just to make it a little bit more comfortable for me. But this is a right-hand shift, 4-speed, super odd for me to ride. I think when I'm calm and thinking straight, I can shift it, with the right foot and the whole thing. But when something weird happens and you revert back to your instincts, you definitely stomp on the shifter instead of the brake. So I'm going to have to really think about it. And then Sunday, I'm going to ride my 2-stroke 300 just because we have a 2-day format. And I've never really raced a modern bike. So that's going to be pretty fun. But Saturday's definitely the race that I'm focused on, which is the 69 Husky. But one thing that I've learned about these bikes is going a little softer on them makes things easier on everybody. So I was using like an aluminum swing arm that was really stiff, and I had the shocks set up really stiff with the rebound really stiff and everything. And now I've got softer forks. Remember last year's fork debacle when I had all the pieces laying in the dirt?
Remember last year's fork debacle?
So this is more of just a stock fork setup, softer shock, regular steel swing arm, so the bike's gonna flex a little bit more. Hopefully it isn't gonna rattle me apart and isn't gonna rattle everything loose. These old 69 frames are 2-piece frames too. The back end is bolted onto the front end, so that's a little bit odd for me, but
lets it flex a little bit.
that's what I'm hoping. I think, you know, we always try and stiffen everything up, but actually I think letting it flex a little bit is probably going to be better. And then on these older bikes, you can't use the header in the, you know, up here doesn't fit the fancy little expansion pipes that I normally use. So I've got a stock, you know, big stock Husky pipe setup, which I mean I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup.
So I've got a little bit of a mishmash of like some of the 70s parts from my other bike onto the 60s frame and motor and trans. So hopefully we keep it in one piece.
You always finish, right, Chris?
Yeah, I've never broke down, knock on wood, but I've got my trusty manual, lots of Loctite, lots of safety wire.
So kids, if you're paying attention, you need a olive spread, you need a Husky manual.
A period correct.
Yeah, the right Husky manual from Climber. Okay, it's about 8 pages long, and thread locker red. You know,
a whole bunch of
the perma red. Yeah, that's it. Chris Muller, Mad Dog, hails from Santa Ana, California, by way of Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Is that correct, Chris?
That's right. That's my new program.
Okay, keep an eye on this guy. You'll see him on the box.